Now, when it comes to making content on this channel, I never really give Brian Dable or Joe Shane a hard time at all. I realize they're going to make mistakes throughout their time here with the Giants, but the mistake they made last year by not re-signing Xavier Mckinney, that's one that's always going to sit in my craw, and I just will never forgive them for that. And now that you've come back and signed Javon Holland to basically the same contract that you could have given Xavier Mckinney last year, it doesn't do anything for me. When it comes to Xavier Mckinney, I just will never understand what those two were thinking, what their thought process was. I don't really care if it was an issue in the locker room, this, that, and the other. You deal with it. You got to find ways to work around players like that. He was too valuable to this team. He was too young to let go. He was a building block to this defense. And on top of that, he was a secondary player that had great hands and he could make plays on the football. And he was a damn good tackler too. And I know during his time, a lot of Giants fans would bitch about the tackles that he didn't make. But at the same time, it's like offensive players shouldn't even be getting to the third level of that defense that consistently for him to make as many tackles as he did. But going back to his playmaking ability, man, I feel like people out here just think that secondary players with hands just like grow on trees or something. Do you know how hard it is to actually find a secondary player that can actually catch the football? You ever heard the saying, there's a reason why they're secondary players and not wide receivers? How many times have you watched a secondary player, cornerback, free safety, strong safety, nickel corner, dime corner, whatever you want to call them, have a ball thrown right in their direction where they can make a play on it, they drop it, don't make the play. You didn't have that with Xavier Mckinney. And you saw that again last year with the Green Bay Packers. And this guy, Javon Holland, ain't nowhere near close to the player that Xavier Mckinney was or is. So no, I don't necessarily feel great about this move because you let the better player walk last year.